Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum dear students. As you all know, we are doing chapter number 14. I am your course instructor Adiba Muzammil, and the topic that we are going to study is respiration. The subtopic is control of breathing. So breathing is a process that is controlled involuntarily. That's why we are not conscious of our breathing. It means it is not our under control that we can hold on to our breaths. Breathing process is controlled by specific areas in the brain, and these areas are called breathing centers, which are present in the medulla of the brain, which carries the involuntary control of breathing. There are further two areas of the breathing centers which are called inspiratory center and the expiratory center. The function of the inspiratory center is to increase the rate and the depth of inspiration, and it is present on the lower portion of the medulla. Expiratory center. It is the dorsal top and lateral side portion that inhibits the inspiration and starts the process of expiration. These regions form the expiratory centers. Now if you see on first point, pulmonary ventilation, which is commonly known as breathing. Pulmonary means something that is related to the lungs, and ventilation is the exchange of gases, and the gases are oxygen and carbon dioxide respectively. In our brain, there are certain regions in the pons which are called the DRC and VRC, which will be helpful in maintaining a constant breathing rhythm. And how it is maintained? By stimulating the diaphragm and the intercostal muscles. The DRC would start inspiration, and when the activity of the DRC basically stands for dorsal respiratory center, and when its activity would stop, it no longer stimulates the diaphragm and the intercostal muscles to contract, and as a result, expiration would occur. Now if you see in the picture, the breathing in and breathing out processes are taking place, and the movement of intercostal muscles and the diaphragm has been shown. And on the other side, if you see, there are specific regions which are called PRG, VRG and DRG. DRG stands for dorsal respiratory group, and VRG stands for ventral respiratory group. So the function of VRG is to control the internal intercostal muscles, and DRG's function is to control the external intercostal muscles. And simultaneously, they both will help in the contraction and relaxation of the diaphragm. Now, if we talk about VRG or VRC, this region is involved in the forced breathing, as the neurons which are present in VRC, this stimulates the accessory muscles which will contract and forced inspiration will occur. These accessory muscles of the neck, back and abdomen, they may assist the diaphragm and the internal intercostal muscles in breathing. Now there is another center which is present in the brain, and the part of the brain where this second respiration center is located is called pons, and this center is called pontine respiratory center. Neurastic center is a double cluster of neural cell bodies. Neural cell bodies are the parts of the neurons that stimulates the neurons in the DRC, which controls deep breathing. Deep breathing means when you hold your breath for a longer period of time, and after that the person loses his or her consciousness, because the oxygen declines to a very low level. So after consciousness is lost, the respiratory center resumes its normal function in automatically controlling the respiration. Emotions, they act through the limbic system of the brain. They can also affect the respiratory center. Now there may be some terms that you haven't read yet. For example, limbic system, medulla oblongata and pons, which we will study in the coming topics. This was all about today. Thank you.